Okay, here we go. We're going to start this session off with tying my Biot emerger. Its materials are a standard scud, a curved shank scud hook, sizes 18 to 22. Also, you got amber Z-lon. You have a brownish olive goose Biot. You have a muskrat dubbing for your thorax. You have gray flourofibre for wingcase and legs, and then a Mirage Opal tinsel for a wingcase. That one is optional. You can tie it with and without that wingcase. So here we go. We're going to get our thread started. We're going to start it right behind the eye of the hook and bind it down about 25% of the way down the hook shank. We're going to go ahead and grab our amber Z-lon. This is going to be our trailing shuck or our tail. So I'm going to go ahead and catch it, and I'm going to just pull her down and just start binding this down. I'm going to go down about halfway down the bend, just past the barb. So we're going to got that. We're going to come back up just a little bit. We're going to grab our olive brown goose Biot. This has been soaking in water for a little bit. It's better off just pre-soak these for a little. They will wrap better if you soak them. I'm going to go ahead and grab it in. I'm also tying this in what we call notch up, notch facing up, and that enables the rib on the Biot to be bound down by the next wrap. So what we're going to do is grab our goose Biot with our hackle pliers. You need hackle pliers to wrap this, so I'm going to grab it by the first wrap. You need to be very careful with, because these will break. But once you get it started, it's pretty durable. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap it. And as you can see, the front edge of that Biot, the rib is standing up, but with the next wrap, it lays it back down. Now, if you tie it in notch down, that ridge is on the trailing edge, so you get that ridge standing up. I like to tie these with the rib down. So I'm going to run that up past the 3/4 point, the Biot. Go ahead and bind it down. Go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and clip the tag into the Biot. Be careful not to get your thread. Done that many times. So we'll go ahead and bind this down first. Get a good bind down. So we're going to grab our first wingcase material, and that is the Mirage Opal tinsel. This is an optional step. You can tie it without them. I tie them both ways, with and without, in my box, just depending on the situation. And I like to run that thorax about 40% of the hook shank. So I get the Mirage Opal tinsel. I'm going to go ahead and grab now the gray flourofibre. This is going to represent your legs once we get it tied in. And it also, without the Mirage Opal tinsel, it does give you a nice looking little wing case that you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and get that attached right on top of the hook shank. And we'll get that bound down. Okay, we're going to get that to the back. And then we're ready for our dubbing. The dubbing I like to use on this fly is just good old-fashioned gray muskrat. Really awesome little dubbing. You can use synthetic or whatever you like, but I just prefer it to be the gray muskrat. And we'll get us a nice little amount of dubbing on our thread. I like this thorax to kind of be a little robust, so a little more than you think. Okay, that should do her. Let's go ahead and wrap up our thorax with the dubbing. Again, like I said, I like this thorax to be a little robust. Okay, there we go. Now what we're going to do. Now the trick with the flourofibre and all this is you want to keep your wraps to the minimum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and pull the flourofibre over, and I just grab it with 2 wraps of thread. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to split part of it on each side of the hook. So I want equal numbers, so I'm going to start with the side to me. I'm going to grab it and get a couple wraps. And I'm going to grab the stuff on the other side and pull it back. And what you got to be a little careful here is if you bump this just right, this thread will come bounding off of this eye of the hook. So just be careful. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the flourofibre, the Mirage Opal tinsel over. We're going to bind that down. And I like to bring, this stuff's very slippery, so I like to, if you like what I just did there is I doubled it back. So we grabbed it with a couple wraps, and then I pulled it back over. And so this way it enables it to catch, get doubled back so it won't have a tendency to slip out. So I'm going to create the head there. Now get ready for a whip finish. Be very careful with this whip finish because you can lay it right where you want it. With these hooks, you could have a tendency, I'm just slipping off the head right there, and as you can see, so let's try it again. That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. Okay, got that bound down right, the whip finish right at the back of the head. And we'll go ahead and clip our flourofibre and our Mirage Opal. I'm going to cut the flourofibre just past the back of the thorax, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut my amber Z-lon, about the length of the body, and there we got it. We got our completed Biot emerger. You can kind of see the profile there, and this has just been deadly on any of the water that there are Baetis predominant.